So folks, it's your boy Droid here, and we back with a new video discussing a new and unique basketball game that's out right now. One of the devs of the game, they reached out to me. I'm gonna put the link of the game in the description box. He wanted me to review this game. He watched my Playgrounds content, and he's trying to get some exposure for this game. I was honored. I decided I'll check it out. It's a free game on Steam. It's called Dream Team Basketball. So basically, this game is a fusion of basketball and a collectible card game. So you got Playgrounds mixed with Yu-Gi-Oh! Essentially. And there's not really a game out there, to my knowledge, and this game, it has a lot of potential to really bring in a lot of basketball fans and card game fans. It just needs, more exposure, more advertising for it. From what I understand, there's an active dev team for this game, and has a lot of positive scores on Steam as well. It's a highly reviewed game, and it has some microtransactions, but as you'll see with this game, it's not a pay-to-win game. No paywall. It's not like you have to pay money. It's just sort of like for your convenience kind of thing. But you don't even really have to pay anything. You get enough rewards, I think, to be able to have a good time in the game. So the way the game starts out, it opens with a tutorial from none other than this game's version of LeBron James. So one of the funny things with this game is not an NBA game, but you could tell it's based off of NBA players. I mean, the names are just spelled wrong. It's the same. You could tell just by looking at the card who it is for the most part. And really, it's just a basic tutorial explaining the game's mechanics and features. It doesn't go too in depth with it, in terms of the features and stuff like that. I think they want you to experiment with different combinations of, and teams and stuff like that. It gives you a basic starter deck and 15 packs as a thank you for supporting the game as well. So you should definitely be able to get a solid team set up just from starting out. And when you get a repeat card in the packs, you get a currency that lets you unlock individual players, similar to NBA Playgrounds. When you have a lot of repeats, you can buy individual players with baller bucks. I think there's also a way to modify cards as well. I haven't got too in depth with that. This is sort of a basic review. At some point, I want to go more in depth with this game. So at first glance, this game, I think it's very balanced. You have to fill your team up with at least 12 cards. I think it's a limit of 12 cards. You have to have 12 cards, and you can't just have like 5 or 6 solid players and then you just don't have any other cards. So it forces you to manage your budget. You have a budget of $130 million. So you could have top players, like you can put Steph, LeBron, whoever on your team, but at the same time, you have to figure out a way to fill up your team with 12 players. So you can have 2 or 3 really good players, but then you have to have basic role players and vice versa. You also have to keep in mind there's different types of cards that they go together or they mismatch. Some cards they're better coming off the bench. Other cards are better as a starter, alongside certain other cards such as that. Some players, they're best if you use them to pass to another teammate or switch for better matchups. There's some cards that are clutch. You got a chance to shoot at the end of the game with them, or when you switch them out, you put them in the game as a bench player. They already have a full turn, able to shoot. And of course, you got players like Jimmy Butler that are lockdown artists. They can take away the opponent's best player. So there's a lot of different features in terms of the cards and different variations you can go and get with this game. So where your players, where you place them on your rotation, it matters. Some players have high stamina, essentially how long they can last in the game. So some can play most of the game. Other ones are, they're good at getting more turns, so they're able to shoot or have, activate their cards quicker. I would say definitely trying this game out. It's not uncommon. You try to come up with a lineup and you're like, oh, this lineup's dope. And then you just get completely destroyed and locked down by the computer. So I think with more players coming to the game, at some point there'll be like a meta. So it's sort of like players you have to have, or a setup you have to kind of have to survive in this game. For me, what I seem to have success with is just having a bunch of strict players that sort of feed off of each other, and just put some solid role players in between. I never had too much trouble so far, testing it out. So I definitely want to make more content with it, testing it out. But overall, I say this game is definitely worth picking up. I mean, it's a free game. You gotta pay for it. It's not pay to win or anything like that. So I definitely think it's worth a try. I mean, I'm gonna definitely have a lot of fun playing it. And I can get you guys some good content from it. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. Peace.